Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is pre-fight tactics. What do you do when somebody actually starts picking a fight with you? Okay, because you can make the situation a whole lot worse if you don't know what to do. When somebody comes to us, oh, who are you looking at then? If you step back, well, come on, I do karate. You effectively made a counter challenge, okay? And the whole situation escalates. So there is, very deliberate and important steps you can follow to defuse a situation, to dissuade the person from attacking you. But first of all, I want to have a little look at how do predators work, because human predators have things in common with animal predators. If you look, for example, how lions hunt. The lions, they look for, if they're chasing a herd of buffalo, they look for the old, the very young, the lame, the injured, the weak, the diseased. They don't look at a herd of buffalo and say, oh, which one's the tastiest? Oh yeah, that one with the great big horns. Yeah, he looks tasty, we'll take him on. Okay, they don't do that because they know they're going to get injured. Okay, they're going to get hurt. They don't want a fight. The lions want a kill, and there's a difference. They're not looking for a fight. If they get damaged and they get hurt or injured, they maybe can't hunt the next week or maybe the next couple of months or even longer. So can't hunt, they go hungry, right? So they don't want to get themselves hurt. They don't want to fight, they want to kill. Now, human predators work in a similar way. If we're looking at, so we say social violence, where it's a barroom bully or even a classroom bully, okay? Again, the bully's picking on someone. He doesn't want to fight. He wants someone to beat up. If the bully gets hurt in the altercation, then that reduces his credibility in front of the rest of the people in the bar or the classroom, wherever he is. They don't take him so seriously anymore. So his effectiveness as a bully goes down, okay? Also, if he gets beaten up, then again, he's injured as well, so he can't fight so well. So bullies, a lot of what they do when they're trying to intimidate someone, it's about getting the person too scared to fight back. They're not looking for a fight, they're looking for someone to beat up. So they tend to do what we call peacocking, which is where they puff themselves up to make themselves look big, okay? Hands tend to come out to the side, okay? Again, it's about looking big. They'll put the head up, so make themselves look a little bit taller. Sometimes they even come up on the balls of their feet. Now, if you, as a martial artist, are watching this and somebody's in front of you and they're like that, just ask yourself, how many targets have you got? Okay, you've got everything. You've got chin, you've got the neck, you've got the solar plexus, you've got the groin, you've got everything. And meanwhile, I'm off balance. Okay, I'm in a really weak position. So it's all about, acting tough, trying to scare you to make you back down. I'm not actually looking for a fight. Not in a position like this where I'm giving you all the targets. You're never going to go in a fight like that, but people will do it if they're trying to intimidate you and get you to back down. So the next position we're going to look at is what we call the fence position, okay, where it's a very neutral body language. Okay, it's like, look, back off, mate, I'm not looking for any trouble, that kind of body language. Now, it's very similar to a fighting stance, except the hands are open and palms down, but it's universal passive body language, where you're saying, I don't want trouble. Okay? So if Paul goes into the peacocking position, and I go into the fence position, now, he looks aggressive, I don't. Look how far his hands are from my head. Look how close my hands are to his head. Okay? So I'm actually in a position, bang, I can hit him very, very easy. If he goes to hit me, I've already got my guard up there, okay? I am controlling the space in the middle, okay? Now, my job here is to keep him peacocking. The second I go into a stance and he sees I'm ready to fight, yeah, he stops peacocking, he goes into a stance as well because he knows it's a fight. So I don't want him to realize that it could be a fight. I want him to think that he's in control of the situation enough that he stays peacocking. So I keep the passive body language and I try and talk him out of it. But I'm talking him out of it from a position of safety because his hands are a long way from my head. My hands are very close to his head. And as trained martial artists, it shouldn't take much bang, whatever, job done. If you've got a clean target and no resistance, it shouldn't take you very many hits to put the person on the floor, however big they are, especially if you kind of go, vital targets like the throat or the neck, or carotid sinus. Okay? So we can talk him out of it. Look, mate, I don't want any trouble. Can we talk about this? Hopefully, he will back down. Okay? If he doesn't want to do that, okay, and he insists on pursuing it, and he gets more threatening and more verbal abusive, then there's a very simple phrase that we tend to use, and that's simply back off. Now, the reason why we say back off is because it's not threatening. I am not making a counter threat. If I act too passive, and if Paul just makes some threats towards me, give me some verbal.
Yeah? What are you looking at?
Okay, I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I don't want any trouble. I'm sorry.
No, you'll be kicked.
Okay, so if I'm too passive, it gives him confidence. Okay? If I'm too aggressive, and he does it again.
Yeah? What are you looking at?
I'm looking at you. What are you going to do about it? Yeah? You want some? Yeah, you want some? Yeah?
Yeah, come on then.
Okay, so if I'm too aggressive back, the whole situation escalates and it gets worse. So I want to be assertive without being aggressive. And what that does is, rather than make me look like the lame buffalo or the old buffalo, it makes me look like quite a big buffalo. So he's thinking like, oh, this is no longer an easy kill, this is going to be a fight. But because I haven't been aggressive and I haven't threatened him, he can actually walk away and not lose face. Okay, so we'll show you. So just back a little bit. Okay, really give us some verbal.
Hey, what are you looking at, pal?
Oh, back off.
Eh?
Back off.
Want to kick?
Back off! Back off! Okay. So again, I didn't make any threats. All I told him was back off. Now imagine you're the one picking the fight with me, and I'm like, look, I really don't want any trouble. I'm sorry if I upset you, I don't want any trouble. You escalate it, okay? You escalate it. Back off! Back off! Back off! Okay? It's very assertive. It can look quite intimidating. It shows the aggressor that you're actually ready to fight him. He's not going to have an easy kill. He's not going to have an easy beat up. He's actually got a fight. Now, he doesn't want that fight. Like I said, they want someone to beat up, not someone to fight. And you're showing him that he's going to get a fight. But because you haven't actually threatened, what often happens in situations like that, people walk away and something like, oh, if I see you again, you're dead. I'm going to kick your head in next time. They're doing it to save face. But what they're actually doing is they're walking away. Okay? They're walking away. You have got a result. Okay? And this works on a number of different levels. Now, the next thing is, all the time that Paul stays at that kind of range, I'm safe. He can threaten me as much as he likes, okay? But he's not actually within striking range. Okay, he can say what he likes, but I'm not in immediate danger. I'm in almost immediate danger, but I'm not in total danger. If he comes forward, okay, now if he comes like this close, now he is immediate danger because, well, he can headbutt me, he can punch me, and even with my fence up, he's still in a position where he can strike me. So the golden rule is, you tell him to back off. If he comes forward, by the time he gets to compressing your fence, okay, or sometimes they'll knock your hands out of the way, by the time he gets to there, it's time to hit him, okay? So you're looking at, well, you can, whatever strike you like, it doesn't really matter. You may be practicing different styles. Some of you may be doing like whipping punches like Wing Chun, some of you may be doing straight punches. It doesn't really matter how you hit him. The main thing is that you're hitting him without any forewarning while he's still peacocking and while you've got all the targets. You pick your targets, bang, job done. Okay? You're a trained martial artist. With a clean target, you should be able to take him out first time while his hands are still down by the side peacocking. Okay, obviously I'm talking about hitting people first. There is no saying in karate that there is no first strike, but that basically means that you don't start a fight. It doesn't mean that you're not allowed to hit. If a person's up in your face and they're threatening you, they're in your personal space. It's ludicrous to think that you can't hit the person first and call yourself as a self-defense system. Of course, if someone's threatening you and they're in your face, yes, you hit them first. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, please leave us a like and a comment below. It all helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps our ratings on YouTube. So thank you.